Disclaimer. This video mentions sorta sensitive topics. If you are under the age of 13, please leave the video. It's January 14th, me and King's anniversary. It's also been 4 days since the 6th anniversary of the Owl House. What a coincidence. It's time that I recap my year with King, huh? Just letting you know, this doesn't mean I fully self-ship with King again. That caused a lot of drama. Yeah. Back in 2019 or 2020, I kept seeing promos for the Owl House, and at the time I didn't really care and moved on. I saw King for the first time around 2022, when I saw a video about someone making an Owl House version of the Gravity Falls intro, and they put King in Mabel's part. I still didn't care for him at the time. Around September was when I did Crush Speedrun 4, and that speedrun was focused on John Tae-yeol, who I find to be one of the hottest sounding Korean voice actors of all time. When it comes to Korean dubs and animation, furry characters voiced by him are definitely a go-to. During the stream, I was looking through his Namu wiki page about his animated roles, and King was one of them. And again, I ignored him.
Owl House? King? He voiced King in the Owl House? Rugrats?
I was so stupid for ignoring him. Actually, scratch that. I think the fact I got into him later is what made him so important. Anyways, my sudden attraction towards him started around November of 2024, when I was lurking around on my ex-friend Chaco's channel, and I saw how much they loved the Owl House, right? Well, one of the main characters was starting to catch my eye, and that was King. King looked like the kind of character that would zucchune my heart. Look at the main characters of the Owl House and tell me, which character looks like my type, huh? Obviously not the humans. Hootie is funny, but not my type, since his voice is high-pitched and sounds like Mickey Mouse. Alex Hirsch confirmed that, actually. King is the one that is my type. His furry mascot qualities and his handsome, cartoony male voice by the wonderful Alex Hirsch is what intrigued me. So I made a comment saying that he looks like my type. And at the time, Chaco was excited for me to crush on King. They also wanted me to crush on Sprig from Amphibia too, which I did not crush on him since he has a kid voice. Who also happens to voice the titular octopus from one of my childhood movies, which shocked me, but still not my type. Only King was. I didn't fully make that decision until January 14 of 2025, exactly a year ago, when I decided to ask Chaco more about King, and they told me information about him, like if he was taken, if the show had any of my major triggers, and stuff like that. And then I decided, yep, he's mine. It's time to react to his voice. So the video came out, and Chaco was excited. At first, I thought his voice was decent and okay, but later he started to grow on me, especially the day after when I reacted to his Japanese and Korean voice. The Korean voice especially got me because of John Tae-yeol doing his handsome voice work as always. The fact I got into him around that time is what saved my life on January 16, 2 days after I got into King. On that day, this asswipe from my school thought it would be funny to sing Baby Shark at me on my way to lunch. More info about it in this video, which I'll leave a link to in the description. Those 4 days in the psych ward, I was thinking about him nonstop. And when I was finally released, I knew that King saved my life. Throughout 2025, I've been treating King like he was my boyfriend. I got a ton of harassment from the Owl House subreddit, as people claim he is 8 years old. I didn't really care because I think of him as older. Some people also believe me to be a Shota-con because of my love for King, which is not true. Shota-cons and lolly-cons are people who like little kids for their young, childish appearance and traits. I was attracted to King for his adult-like traits, like his voice and stuff like that. I was never attracted to characters for their childlike qualities, okay? Most of my fictional crushes are voiced by men and have adult cartoony male voices. Never have I said I liked a character for being childlike. I also had sorta yandere-like tendencies. For example, I got jealous of Titan lights. I know it's not romantic as their siblings, but I still got jealous of Luz because of how she always got to be with King, and it just made me wish I could spend that time with King. Chaco didn't like this, as Luz was their favorite character of all time. I also would get violent tendencies from the scene from the finale where Bellos was stomped on by King, Ida, and Rain, because I felt like those bullies from January 16 didn't get the discipline they deserved. I thought that if they drove me to suicide, they should be killed. This obsession over King made me want to roleplay with him to fulfill my needs and satisfaction. So I joined a bunch of Owl House servers and they all kicked me out because they believed King to be a child. I gave up and made my own roleplay server. At the time, Chaco was like super busy and needed space. And I had another friend who liked the Owl House, but they weren't very good at roleplaying if I remember correctly. Most of my friends barely knew about the Owl House, so they didn't do much of a good job at playing the characters, and that sort of made me feel left out. The final straw snapped when this bitch named Hannah, who I used to be friends with, came in and not only shoved the fact that she doesn't give a shit about the Owl House in my face, but also turned my designated Owl House roleplay channel off topic and to center around this stupid Sonic character named Big the Cat. I snapped and had a huge meltdown that day. Hannah also has her own problematic issues outside of that incident, but that's a topic for another time, I guess. My mental health has gotten worse ever since that day. I tried writing fan fiction to try and distract myself. Around December 30th of 2025, I had another meltdown related to it, and most of my friends decided to cut ties with me, and then a bunch of information about past events before I was in love with King was released online. I'm not really gonna talk about it because I don't want to bring up any drama. My friends also started believing the fact that King is a child. Without my friends, I lose motivation to do practically anything, so I had no choice but to make myself stop crushing on King. I tried desensitizing myself to his awfully Zucune-worthy voice, but that didn't work. So I made a new OC named Kumi. I made him as close to King as possible, without the childlike qualities. The thing is that my bond with King is unbreakable at this point, so while the OC is entirely different, I portrayed him as like the mastermind behind King, sort of like an actor, or if King was like an incarnation of him. I made him that way as I felt bad for King being on his own the whole entire series, and I really want to be part of King's story. It'd take a while to explain it in full, so I made a document about him in the description. Here I am now. Most of my friends got back together with me. Choco is still keeping their distance from me, which I can understand. I'm still learning that I don't have to be friends with other Owl House fans to be connected to the show. I'm still working on that fan fiction where I have a link to in the description. And I promise you, it's an AU where King is truly the same age as me. I also cut ties with Hannah as she mentally broke me. I'm about to celebrate me and King, Kumi's anniversary. Kumi was the one who saved me. King was just one of his identities. I couldn't thank Kumi enough. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be alive today. I hope you enjoyed watching, and be sure to like and subscribe if you support me.